Okay, part three, and the bonus footage on this one is a little prettier than on the last one.
So, so having a lady that's professional and everything, and then a little higher class. Now, they still have a need for me. So what's my need? How do I plug in? Compared to them, I'm still wealthier. Um, Although they're a successful family, I'll just say that. Anyway, but they still need me financially. I help them, and that really benefits them. And Fawn having two boys, I've said this separately, but it plugs in well here. Thai men are kind of generally a little reticent to take on a woman who has children from another guy. They don't really like that a whole lot. And so a woman who's divorced with children, and more than one in particular, Fawn's got two. Um, Thai guys tend to shy away. They'll geek with. She gets tons of offers to be a geek. She's had that in the past because she's pretty. But she doesn't really want to do that. Um, and then particularly if the children are boys, the Thai men know that boys are tough, and also another point that wouldn't matter to us but to them, which affects your lady and the whole dynamic. The name passes on. That's somebody else's name, and that's seems to be a big thing here because I've heard that referenced a lot. I hadn't thought about it. I've only heard about this in the last few months, but then I've had a number of people all say the same thing, and I was like, oh, okay, that must be a thing here. So they don't want to raise boys. They're going to carry somebody else's name, not their name. They don't like that either. So a Thai lady with kids, then she's in a little bit of a tougher spot socially. You can see how this geeking thing goes on, because if they want a guy, they want to get money from a guy, they want to get help, they could just geek, and then he just stops by her house whenever and has his time with her, and then he just goes on and leaves, and she's got some money, and I guess she doesn't have to do a whole lot else for the guy. So I guess it sort of works. I mean, I'm not going to judge too much on that or whatever, but it's just how it works. But if a lady wants a real relationship, that's where having a foreigner, we're not tied into that culture. None of that means a hill of beans to me. I don't care about any of that. I'm just here to do my retirement, heal, in my case, heal my body and learn more about the culture and have a good time, relax, be chill. And a guy that's more chill like me, that's potentially a good fit for a lady like that. I mean, if you want to really party, and I get it. And then a more professional lady may or may not, everyone's different. You gotta, figure that all out and per that one lady. But if you're a little bit more of a chill guy, it can be a good fit. It can be a good fit. And their needs are kind of, I'm thinking this as I say it, I think they're kind of the same as whether she's a professional or not, or is going to retire or not. I think their needs are the same. Now, where the needs are different is when it's a bar girl, which is, I'm going to just qualify as generally a scammer of some kind. I'm just going to say generally, and kind of package that as one thing, not trying to offend anybody, but man, Suan Mak Krang most of the time. This is what it is. So, bar girls have different needs because they're going to want to have multiple guys like you typically on a string because they just make more money. And they've really learned from experience, and many are trained, and some go to schools where they're professionally trained. True. To monetize men and monetize sex with men. And that's just, they're on a program. They're on a very specific program. They're on a business program. And I don't hear of a lot, and I certainly have never seen any luck personally with somebody interrupting that business model. Think of that as like 5 red flags all in one, because it really is that bad. It's a big deal here. If you go on other people's channels, which you probably are, and you should, looking at Thai culture, particularly the expats who travel around the world, when they come to Thailand, you'll see always more comments on how affection is monetized here and such. It's just, and so there you go, back to that. So this is kind of right now how I'm attempting to solve it in the best way possible for me, Fawn, and everyone involved. But me, including me. This isn't me falling on my sword for anybody else, because those days are done. I don't think you save any money dating a higher class or professional lady. I don't think you're saving any money. I think it's all probably around the same. And whether I live by myself or not, I think the cost is also about the same. I don't think there's a whole lot of difference either way. It'd be a little cheaper if I was just totally on my own in an apartment. I mean, it would be. Wouldn't be as much fun though. And I like the total immersion. I find it very interesting. I don't know if I'll ever tire of this or not. That I can't say. I can't see the future. But for right now, I'm enjoying this, and it seems like it'd be something I'd want to do for a long time. You know, I'm thinking, as you know, if you watch other videos, I'm thinking about building a house on her land, on my terms. You build a house here typically in about 90, even going slow with lots of problems, 180 days. I'd probably be looking at a year or so and do it with a lot of help with Coon Paw. Whether he's supervising or not, or whatever he wants to do and is comfortable doing, I don't want any problems, but I think they'd want to be involved. I probably just want to take total control of it and have it done the way I want it done, which means going very slow. The hell is biting my toe? Oh, look at these little tiny ants. They're like so small, but man, do they pack a wallop, little sons of bitches. And they bite in that soft skin between your frickin' toes. It's like you crawled onto my foot and now you're pissed and now you bite me. What kind of aggressive creature does that? Anyway, so that's kind of a Hemi-Chuck time. Yeah, this is I think this is a good kind of background. I'll do this in like 2 parts. Might be 3. On high-class ladies, professional ladies. You know, what's the same, what's different, advantages, disadvantages. I don't see a lot of disadvantages other than they can't go on tour because they have a job and they got a real job. So if you want to just go and travel all the time, with my back, I can't. So again, it's kind of a fit. That's great. A lot of expats they're just touring Thailand like 6 months out of the year, and then they come home for 6 months and plan their tour again. And I get that. I don't really like traveling that much, he says, from Thailand. But I'm mostly a homebody here the way I was a homebody there. I'm just kind of a quiet guy. I like my reading, I like my workouts. I like to go see a friend once in a while, and I'm good. So it all depends what kind of person you are. All right, thanks. I hope this helps some people. It is interesting to see a little different side of it, the true immersion. And as Yusini says, we're kind of looking at the real kind of, this is like the actual Thais, how they live, versus you go to Koh Samui or Pattaya. That's you all understand, right? That's not like actual Thai culture. I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. You know, I mean, that's cool, but that's not what they do. I mean, anyways, have a good day. Yeah, kind of to my point about, I think maybe possibly we're all kind of finding our little happy medium with between me and Fawn and her family. What's fair to me lets me do everything I want to do, because that's fair, because I waited my whole life for this. And I'm the one writing the check, so the way it goes. And I've had a nice selfish morning all to myself all day. It's Monday. Took a walk to the big gate and back. I like to do that. And it took really slow, really worked on my core. And then, you know, a little under the weather today, as you know. And then edited and put up a couple of videos all on a timer. So I got videos all coming up for the next day or 2. Good content. Got some really nice content coming up. I'm really happy with it. Fawn's still sleeping because she didn't get home from work till 4 in the morning. And so then I went over, like, you know, just checking on her family, because it would be nice for Fawn. She asked me, I can tell her, you know, and I can tell them how she's to kind of leave her alone, because she's still sleeping. It's 8:30, so she's just had 4.5 hours sleep. So I went over there and kind of loved up her boys a little bit for maybe literally 2 or 3 minutes each. Chatted with the parents, fist bumped Grandpa, gave him a thumbs up and smiled at him. He loves that. Grandpa and I have a good relationship. I enjoy that. And then that was that. You know, I was there absolutely less than 10 minutes, made a little appearance. Everybody's happy. Back here, doing this. I think I'm going to maybe edit a little video, and I think I'm going to take a motorcycle ride. It's the big Monday morning market in Nansoon. Haven't been there in 3 weeks. It was going to take Fawn, but I think she's going to sleep through it, which is fine. I guess ride my motorcycle. I wanted to look for a couple padlocks for my side cases, just so I can lock them. More as a precaution of them blowing open while on the highway than anybody actually stealing anything out of them. But it would be nice if I wanted to put something in there of value, I could. A little tiny rinky-dink padlock on a little plastic case would be, in my opinion, an experience so far here, more than enough to stop a thief 99% of the time. All right, that's it. Oh. You guys ought to come here and find your own Thai lady. Not a bad deal. Hopefully, some of the stuff we share on the channel is of help to some people. No, thank you for supporting my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.